Tonight, Falls Festival. Snow blankets much of the state as Victoria shivers through another icy blast.
I'm singing in the snow, just singing in the snow.
Rough night, the shocking figures that reveal how many are doing it tough on the street. Australian investigators finally reached the MH17 crash site 2 weeks after the plane was shot out of the sky. And Sally Pearson leaves a day of high drama in her wake as her SAC coach is sent packing.
It's been very distracting and I'm trying not to sort of go there too much.
This is 10 Eyewitness News with Stephen Quartermain.
Good evening. Heavy snow has blanketed much of Victoria today as the state shivers through another icy blast. But despite the plummeting mercury, snow bunnies have made the most of the whiteout. Emma O'Sullivan has been out and about braving the elements.
Around Ballarat, the snow bucketed down, turning towns white. But residents forced to battle the elements were mostly cheerful about the big chill.
I'm just more happy for my wife. It's the first time she's ever seen snow.
I'm singing in the snow.
Though some didn't feel like singing. At noon it was 1 degree, but felt like -8 because of the wind chill. For the first time this winter, residents in the Otways woke to find their world had turned white. Beach Forest received heavy falls on what was the coldest day of the year for many parts of the state. There were even reports of a dusting near Lawn overnight.
We'll see very low snowfall continuous during today and overnight tomorrow.
Snow was scattered across Victoria. Falls are expected at Mount Dandenong this evening, and Mount Macedon was turned into a winter playground. Not everyone was dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, well, we're just coming down from Queensland, so I didn't really bring my winter clothes, so even the shoes are not really appropriate for the snow.
Others came more prepared.
The Weather Bureau predicted that showers would fall as snow down to 400 metres across the state. And along with hail and thunder forecast for some areas, it's made for an icy start to August.
Not that you'll hear many complaints.
Beautiful. So gorgeous. Isn't it lovely, Abby? Do you love the snow?
The ski season is still going strong. At Falls Creek, 8 centimetres of snow fell over 24 hours. The top temperature just -5.
Up here it is super dry powder. It's like the best cold snow is Vic.
But in Melbourne, visitors were shocked by the cold.
Wind cheaters and then a leather jacket and a scarf and gloves.
Too cold and wet, windy and freezing.
And there's still 1 more month of winter to go.
Well, we don't often do birthday shout-outs on the news, but you'll excuse us for this one because Channel 10 today turns 50. And Angela Bishop has taken a look back at those 5 decades.
The 1st of August 1964 and the switch was flicked on a brand new television station.
This is ATV Channel O.
They already had the rest, now it was time for the best.
That's what it takes to make a TV station.
Groundbreaking shows.
For the first time on Where the Action Is.
Just moved in around here, have you?
Yeah, Pad just up the street.
That's nice. We might be seeing a bit more of you then, eh?
We've done a lot of great programs over the years, from number 96 through to the project now, and we see ourselves as sort of adding to the variety of life in Australia.
There've been huge hits.
Hug. A bit of hugging at Channel 10. It's been known.
Neighbour. And the odd miss.
Maybe you and I.
But we did invent the wheel. As well as a kaleidoscope of other station IDs. And we made the news.
Happy weekend. From David Johnson.
And from Jan Event.
Good Eyewitness News at 10 on 6.
So that's how Eyewitness News is put together on a day-to-day basis.
Miracle, isn't it?
They say if you haven't grown up by the time you turn 50, you're never going to. And that's pretty much the feeling here at 10, where it seems no one has any intention of acting like a grown-up anytime soon.
Hip, hip.
Angela Bishop, 10 Eyewitness News.
Now to a man who drank all the champagne at lunchtime, here's Brad.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Coming up, Brad Scott says lay off his ruse. Eddie and Koshy break bread ahead of Sunday's crunch game. The Blues ruining basic skill errors against the Dockers. Finally a win for the England cricket team. And forget the belly flop, this is the Nelly flop. A reminder, even the best can come unstuck.
Thanks, Brad. Coming up after the break. Flushed out. Federal police seize millions in ice found stashed in toilets. And numbers game, the big switch to PIN only on credit cards. Welcome back. Police have flushed out a drug ring seizing more than 50 kilograms of ice hidden inside imported toilets. The shipment was sent from China to Melbourne where it was x-rayed and the drugs discovered. Police say the methamphetamine is worth $50 million, which equates to 500,000 street deals.
This is about greed. These people don't care about the harm they're causing our community. So we're going to continue to refocus our efforts and make it hard for them to do business.
Police raided 6 properties and charged a 33-year-old Kings Park man. Ahead in 10 Eyewitness News. Israel and Hamas agreed to a 3-day ceasefire after weeks of conflict. And scores dead from a string of gas explosions in Taiwan. This is 10 Eyewitness News. A Sydney man fighting alongside jihadists in the Middle East has issued a warning threatening a terrorist attack on Australian soil. It comes as the government looks to overhaul counter-terrorism laws, putting anyone who travels to Syria and Iraq at risk of being detained. Catalina Flores has more. Now it's over to Mike and his Friday friend with the latest on our wintry weather.
Yes, thank you, Stephen. Good evening. Well, there you have it, our coldest day so far this year. No warmer than 10.3, and that was just before 11 this morning. Our coldest August day in some 6 years. Welcome to the new month. It's about 7 or 8 degrees outside right now in the city. Now, up here at Mount Dandenong, much colder. 4-degree maximum just before 11 this morning. Currently on 2, feels like -1 as the snow comes falling down. Not as much snow in the Ballarat, Grampian, Otways region, but still a lot of excitement for the kids up here. Thunder producing hail from Warrnambool right across to Rosebud. OK, staying nice and warm at the Lost Dogs home in North Melbourne. This is Yogi. He finds his cold weather too hard to bear. All the details about, well, obtaining Yogi if you have a nice warm home on giveadoghome.com.au. More on the weather. The rain starting to clear later tomorrow at 5:55. Sky high at Mount D. It is icy. Stephen.
Thank you, Mike. Next, the Melbourne Primary School with a new plan to stamp out schoolyard bullying. And marking 50 years of news at Network 10. You're watching 10 Eyewitness News. Signing a bill is now part of history. Mandatory PINs came into effect today for credit and debit cards. And while the nationwide rollout is designed to bolster security, not everyone is happy about it. Yasmin Payton reports. As we saw earlier in the bulletin, Channel 10 today turned 50 and our news department has been at the forefront from day one, thanks to journalists like David Johnston, Jana Vent, Laurie Oakes, Joe Pearson and Mal Walden, to name a few. They help make what Eyewitness News is today.
An exclusive
angry scenes. A man with a remote.
For more on this story,
Monday's Fatal tells a story.
The smash on the Westgate Bridge has...
Welcome to Melbourne.
Prosecution was the only way to clear his name.
The Navy has released dramatic film.
Tomorrow is expected to bring more hot weather and strong winds.
If it hadn't been for their bravery, the death toll would be far, far greater.
Channel O at that time said, come on over, read the late news, we'd love you to be part of it.
Fresh evidence concerning missing Beaumaris schoolgirl Eloise Warledge.
Paul Ransley's special series of reports were shown throughout Australia on the O10 network.
This is infamous Bay 13 at the MCG. It's from here that bowler Dennis Lilly says he gets quite a lift as he comes in to bowl.
Welcome to Como, welcome to the launch of Channel 10. The wait has been well worth it.
So, let's take a look back at today's events on this very historic day.
The homicide squad is investigating the death of a woman.
I'm David Johnston.
And I'm Jana Vint.
The world is still trying to comprehend the catastrophic terrorist attacks which struck without warning.
The casualty list from Victoria's bushfires grows by the hour.
And now the long shot who proved that dreams of Melbourne Cup glory can almost come true.
The judge himself is in hospital.
The full story in a moment.
Returning now to the controversial use of the Australian flag in a new political sitcom.
Will Labor now wait? Although Mockbell is inside.
The suits will be off. The murder case remains open.
She did try to raise the complaints with Yarra Trams.
They were on board MH17.
James Hird is contracted to coach Essendon next year.
The study found that it wasn't only celebrities.
This is quite the production here.
Well, about to provide a world of entertainment, here's Mike.
So, happy birthday, Channel 10. I love you.
Ah, some memories there, Brad.
Yeah, they sure are. Terrific. Thank you, Stephen. Well, coming up in sport, Brad Scott takes aim at the Kangaroos. Critics will relive a moment Carlton fans will want to forget. Eddie Maguire admits missing the finals would be a disaster. An unlikely final day hero for the England cricket team. And Sally Pearson roars down the Glasgow track like a Mustang. Good evening. Sally Pearson has responded from a controversial and difficult 48 hours in emphatic fashion, producing a blistering heat performance ahead of tomorrow's 100-metre hurdles final in Glasgow. Scott McKinnon is trackside with the latest.
Mike's back after the break with the weather details and horsing around. Melbourne Cup winner Sub-Zero showered with love on the horse's birthday.
Tonight, the plan to tell the 2.5 million Aussies on welfare what they can and can't spend their money on. Plus, Kangaroo Dundee. That's at 6:30.
Welcome back. The racing industry has let down its mane to celebrate one of its biggest days of the year. August 1st is the official birthday for all horses. And as Charnel Vella reports, even the Premier wanted in on the fun. Well, let's see what the weather has in store. Mike, any snow for the MCG over the weekend? Must be close.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Good evening. No snow for the MCG. In fact, the snow's almost over to these lower levels. But having this magnificent view looking out at Mount Dandenong, I got the kids out here. Kids, are you loving it or are you cold? Yeah, it is chilly. 4 degrees up here earlier on. It's about 1 right now. But with the wind chill factor, it feels like -2. And there was a snow flurry or two just a little while ago, but it sort of has cleared now. Parents were over there nice and warm. The kids were over here going, do we have to stand here? Yes, you do. Let's have a look at some photos that have been sent to Mike's Pics at network10.com.au. And we like these ones. Wow. There's been snow, heavier snow the other side of Melbourne. I've got to say, winter wonderland. Lauren Fowler of Romsey popped over to Mount Macedon to snap the snow falling over her favourite tree. And this kangaroo must be thinking, what the? Gina Price snapped Skippy at Fed Uni in Ballarat. What's that, Skip? You want some skis? Okay, 6 degrees was the min in Melbourne. 10 degrees was the maximum, the coldest since July last year. Outside in Melbourne, it's 7 degrees, feels like 4, humidity high, and that wind downright icy. Around town today, there has been some decent falls of rain in a way. Up at Coldstream, for example, a top of, 6 millimetres in the rainfall gauge, 4 to 9 degrees. Across our icy state, 16 the max, but most centres were 4 to 9 degrees below average. Ballarat under a blanket of snow early on reached 4, Eildon just 3. Around Australia, Hobart 7, Canberra 8. Well, the strongest front of 2014 ripped through Victoria. Winds to 124 k's at the Prom. Snow down to 350 metres. So that meant snow in the Otways, the Grampians, Mount Macedon, Ballarat. The snow clearing tomorrow, as will the rain. Interstate, Adelaide 14 and partly cloudy but dry. Hobart showers clearing 11. For us, though, keep those fires burning. It will be freezing. Now, across our state, widespread inland frost in the morning. Showers on and south of the ranges. Tonight, the rain clouds sort of breaking up tomorrow. tomorrow. Snow down to 500 metres overnight, lifting to 1,000 metres later in the day. And there is a strong wind warning tomorrow along the coast as against today's gale warning. Around Melbourne, a few degrees up on today. That's good news, kids. Yeah. Generally 11 to 13, 6 to 7 though up here. On the bay, southwesterly winds of 50 to 20 knots, easing during the day. Choppy seas today. They'll drop to 1.5 metres tomorrow. Okay, for Melbourne itself, isolated showers with hail tonight into the morning. Patchy morning frost, west-southwesterly winds. They are the cold ones, easing as the day grows older. 5 to 13, but it will feel much colder if your kids are out playing sport in the morning. Now on to Sunday, what a contrast. Sunny on Sunday, and around 14 degrees after a 3-degree start. Monday again, sunny and 16. Tuesday, 16 and sunny. Wednesday, 15 degrees and sunny. And then we have showers around about this time next week. So that is the forecast. Make sure you remain warm. Grab anybody's beanie, I don't care, and put it on because it's too cold. See you on Monday, Stephen.
Thanks, Mike, and thanks, kids. And that is 10 Eyewitness News for Friday, August 1st, Channel 10's 50th birthday. The project coming up at 6:30. On behalf of the team, enjoy your weekend. Good night.